Hello, Facebook family. This is Dr. Kendra. Just chiming in. Just wanted to talk a little bit about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is individuals preparing for the addiction counselor's exam. In my opinion, the problem today is that many people do not do well on standardized multiple choice tests, and for that reason, I take it very passionately about investing time and energy into individuals to help them to master the key concepts of taking an exam such as the addiction counselor's exam. So with that said, first of all, for that person watching now, or perhaps you'll be watching later, and you are one of those persons that struggle to pass standardized exams, you struggle to master multiple choice test questions. Just want to first of all remind you that it's only a test. So whether you're taking the addiction counselor's exam, the GRE, the SAT, any of those exams, first of all, you got to realize it's a mind over matter, and that it is only a test. It's only a test. And then just allow me to just drop you just a few little tips, a few little nuggets on how to master any of these exams. First of all, tip number one, identify what is your learning style. Identify what your learning style is. Everybody doesn't learn the same, so it's important that you understand your learning style. Some people learn by reading big books. Other people need participatory exercises, meaning things that you're going to do, worksheets, watch videos, participate in trainings, lectures, and such. So tip number one is identify your learning style. Secondly, I want you to develop bite-sized pieces, bite-sized study material. So basically, you heard people say the only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. That's the same way when you're preparing for this exam. Prepare for it one bite at a time. So I'm challenging you. My second tip for you, my friend, is this. Develop a bite-sized study plan that's easy to digest, meaning develop a plan that is going to be easy for you to maintain and to, to retain the information. So when you go and sit for that exam, you won't be overwhelmed by their questions, and because your mind is overloaded with so much information. And let me just give you a tip. Our minds don't comprehend like hours and hours of information at one time. So ideally, you want to use about 20 minutes, 20 no more than 30 minutes, or an hour, definitely no longer than an hour, because after an hour, your mind is not retaining the information. So it's important that you take those bite-sized chunks in order to process the information that you can pull from that place in your brain when it's time to take the test. And then my third tip for you who struggle with exams is to simply surround yourself with people that can stretch you and hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying? People who gonna help you to learn the key concepts and the things that you need to tap into. So with all that being said, as I mentioned before, it's my theory, my thought that some individuals, especially people of color, they don't do well on standardized tests or multiple choice tests. So it's important that tip number one is to understand your learning style. Tip number two, develop a bite-sized study plan that's easy to digest. And then tip number three, surround yourself with people that can stretch you into your greatness, hold you accountable so you can be at the winning side, at the finish line with your paperwork in your hand saying that you have passed the exam. So because this is such a passionate thing that's on my heart, and I want to invest time and energy and talent to partner with you. So if you're preparing for the addiction counselor's exam, so I don't do trainings for the GRE, SAT, but these tips will help you with those. But if you're preparing for the addiction counselor's exam, I want to offer a free opportunity to partner with me. So this is how we're going to do it. 7 days, we going to slay. So, you heard people say, eat, pray, eat, love, pray, or eat, slave, something like that. But anyway, I want you to eat on your own, but I want you to pray with me on Saturdays. I do a prayer call on Saturdays. Pray with me on Saturdays, but slay with me for the next 7 days. That's right. For the next 7 days, free of charge, I'm going to invest tips into you. Perhaps there are some of you who haven't been able to invest right now into any of the trainings that I do. You haven't been able to come to any of the study groups that I do. But for the next 7 days, baby, I want you to go ahead ahead and I opened up the doors to my private Facebook group. It's entitled It's Only a Test. So it's open. For the next 7 days, you have access to all my video trainings. You have access to all the resources that I give all my paying people. So for the next 7 days, I want you to slay with me. So what's going to happen is for the next 7 days, starting today, I'm going to chime in onto that private Facebook group. I'm going to have a study session with you for about 20 to 30 minutes. We're going to go over some of the tips, some content. This is some free stuff that is really of tremendous value, immense value. But I'm going to offer it to you because I am so disturbed in my spirit by the number of people that continue to not do well on standardized tests and multiple choice exams. So I want to show you how to dissect those questions and really get to the root of what is it that they're asking you. I want to help you to process that bite-sized study plan. So for these next 7 days, we ain't coming just to play, but we're coming together on this private Facebook group. It's only a test. So go ahead and join that group if you're interested. If you know other people who's struggling, get them to go ahead and like that group. So for 7 days, I'm going to chime in, do a video chat just like this. I'm going to lead you through the information. I'm going to do some downloads of some of the free content that you're going to get right there, study materials. So for the next 7 days, I'm going to run out to get some lunch right now, but when I get back into the office, I am going to list the days and the times. So I'll be coming on at different times every day. So even if you can't join with me live at that time, because you're in the group, you'll be able to come back and to watch those videos and do the study materials on your own. So come on and slay with me. 7 days slay. We're going to slay for 7 days and study to prepare for this addiction counselor's exam. I'm committed to your success. I'm committed to see you as that credentialed certified substance abuse counselor. I'm committed to walk with you to the finish line as that licensed clinical addiction specialist. I'm committed for those of you all who are preparing for the CCS exam, the certified clinical supervisor exam. So whatever the category is for you, baby, I am the one. So some call me the expert in this area as it relates to preparing people for the exam. If you go to the North Carolina Substance Abuse Professional Practice Board, the proof is in the pudding. If you go to their online trainings, Kendra Davis, K Metamorphosis, is the first one that pops up, baby. So that says a heck of a whole lot that evidently I've been in this game long enough to help people get to the finish line. So I'm offering myself and my service as a way to give back, to partner with you free of charge for the next 7 days. Come on and slay with your girl. I am here to empower you with the necessary tools and resources to master the addiction counselor's exam. Because like I said, today's problem is many people don't do well on standardized tests, but I am determined to see you at a successful finish line. All right, join the group. The group again is entitled It's Only a Test. So you just go to the group page, put that in your Facebook thing, click on like or to join the group. And for the next 7 days, 20 minutes a day, I'm going to come in and facilitate a free study session. So click like, share this with other people who you know that may need this help, even if you're out of town. So let's say someone who's preparing for the advanced alcohol and drug counselor. So some of y'all that don't know, whenever you get licensed, many of us have what's called reciprocity. So reciprocity means that you can actually practice in North Carolina, practice in Georgia, practice in Florida, Texas, so on and so forth. So those individuals take the same test. Honey, I've had people come all the way from New Jersey. One guy actually came from Japan. He actually did my training online. He was in Japan, and you know I'm gonna service you all the way from Japan. He took my test, my exam preparation. So nevertheless, this information is global. We have to learn what's called global criteria so we can do this practice in various states, various countries. So nevertheless, I ain't gonna talk your head off because I'm going to get me something to eat. It's my lunchtime, but nevertheless, chime in if you want to join me for 7 days. We gonna slay together because I want to see you at the finish line. Make it a super fantastic day. This is Dr. Kendra Davis chiming off, and I look to work with you, and work for you for these next 7 days as we slay together to master the addiction counselor's exam. All right.